सते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल शिवा जय जय गौरचंदेर आरती को शोभा शिवा जय गौरचंदेर आरती को शोभा जय जय गौरचंदेर आरती को शोभा जानवी तट बाने जगमन लोभा जानवी तट बाने जगमन लोभा दक्षिणे निताय चाँद बामे गदधर ताय चाँद बामे गदधर निकटे अद्वैत श्रीनि वास छत्रधार एवा बसी আছে গৌরচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे अमर दुलाय संजय मुकुंद बासु घोषयादि गाय शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल शंख मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे 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 गौरांगेरा नरती माझे मधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेरा नरती गौरांगेरा नरती माझे मधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेरा नरती माझे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे ताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौरा हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौरा हरि बोल बाहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी बदन उज्ज्वल गल देशे बनमाला कोरे झलमाला शिवा सुख नारद भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार सम्पारा ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार सम्पारा शिवा जय जय गौरा चंद आरती को शोभा जय जय गौरा चंद जानवी तट बने जगमन लोभा गौरांगेरन अरतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगेरन अरतिक शोभा जग जनेर मन लोभा गौरांगेरन अरतिक शोभा गौरांगेरन अरतिक शोभा जग जनेर मन लोभा गौरांगेरन अरतिक शोभा ताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोले ताई गौर हरि बोल जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुमे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुमे जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ प्रभु जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय सुभद्रमय जय जगन्नाथ प्रभु जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय सुभद्रमय जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय निताय गौर सुंदर जय गौर हरि निताय गौर सुंदर जय गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री रूपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद हंस परिव्राजकाचार्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर रूपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्री रूपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदेव गौर भक्त श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। बृहद मदन की जय। समवेता भक्त वृंद की जय। गौ ब्रह्मानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru Gauranga.
Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Praladadayine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Hito Narsinga Parato Narsinga Hito Narsinga Parato Narsinga Yato yato yami tato Narsinga Bahe Narsinga Hridaye Narsinga Bahe Narsinga Hridaye Narsinga Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Tava Kara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नर हरि रूपा
हरे कृष्ण महाराज हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद विघ्न विनाशक श्री नरसिंह भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की अवचन आनंद स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की
Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone to ISKCON Baltimore, the above Nitai Gaur Sundar, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai, Giri Govardhan, the most mesmerizing Shri Radha Madhav, on this wonderful occasion of Basant Panchami and also appearance day of many, many great Vaishnav Thakurs and disappearance day. So thank you all for coming. First, I'd like to thank you, Pujaris, for dressing deities so beautifully. This is Basant Panchami, so everything is yellow because today is the first day of Holi in Vrindavan and also called the spread of love. And that's why the whole place is looking yellow. And somebody mentioned to me, Radharani is looking like Tapt Kanchan Gaurangi, very golden, so very wonderful. So loud Haribol for devotees listening. Today, our dear Panchatattva Prabhu has cooked downstairs. But today also we were celebrating Chappan Bhog Mahotsav or Jagannath. So a lot of Matajis and Prabhu had cooked many, many items, more than 56 items. So we'd like to thank you all of them. We can loud Haribol for them, please. Next week, this Tuesday, we have a wonderful festival. It's appearance days of Advaita Charya Prabhu. Wonderful Advaita Charya Prabhu. So please be here. We'll start program 6 p.m., 6 to 7:30 will program with Bhajan Kirtan and some Pushpa Abhishek of Advaita Charya. And we'll get to know what is significant of Advaita Charya in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya and history basically for that. And next week is very special. Next Sunday, we will have continuation of Chappan Bhog Mahotsav. We already did Chappan Bhog, but now we'll be singing songs about Jagannath's glories. And also, we'll talking his wonderful pastimes there. So next Sunday will be all dedicated Jagannath. And also, we'll be doing special program. The next day is Nityantodasi. So we will have a very nice program of inauguration of festivity. Is Kushi here today? Kushi, where is Kushi? Okay. So also, yes, so Kushi also has one announcement to make that next week onwards, we are standing for the first time in US. It's called Non-Stop Kirtan, Akhand Naam Kirtan, 2 hours every day going on non-stop itself. And Kushi and her team is going to be leading the way for that one. So she has a quick announcement for that one. And then we can start with the wonderful program today.
Hare Krishna, everybody. I know you must be tired of hearing from me, so I'll make this quick. But next Sunday, we'll be having a seminar to inaugurate our Akhanda Naam program. So for those that were here last week, we talked about how the Baltimore Temple will be starting an Akhanda Naam program. Every day we'll be doing a 2-hour kirtan from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for the rest of Baltimore history. And for those that are interested in singing and establishing their foundation of Kirtan, we request that you come to this seminar. It will be next Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. in the upstairs office next to Neil Madhav Prabhu's office. And you'll be hearing from myself, Arvindanayana, Jayadev, Isha, Jayant, all of the Kirtanyas that have been consistently coming to our Baltimore temple every Friday and every Sunday for the past 8 years to do Kirtan. And we like to open this service for everybody here at this temple. So if you are interested, then please come to our seminar next week from 4 to 5 p.m. And we want to start off this Kirtan Mahotsav on the most auspicious note with the blessings of our Lord Jagannath on his Chappan Bhog ceremony and Lord Nityananda Prabhu on his most auspicious appearance day. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishi, for taking the way. So today is a very fortunate day. It's a very auspicious day. And also, a holy saint is coming here. His Holiness Ramad Maharaj. Haribo! We are blessed to come. Maharaj is a returning speaker. Just for those, Maharaj is known everywhere, but those who don't know, more than 50 years he's been Krishna consciousness and spreading everywhere, making multiple roles, contributing to ISKCON society so wonderfully, being a temple president in New York, and also regional secretary in New England. He was one of the longest serving member of North American Executive Committee, which is the highest making decision for GBC itself. He has also been a speaker in Fortune 500 companies, many companies like Microsoft, Cisco, Fannie Mae, he has spoken there itself. College preaching is testament how Maharaj came to Krishna consciousness. He gives so much stress on college preaching, and under his guidance, a lot of college preaching is happening. He also inspired others to start the Bhakti Yoga Club and Krishna Lunch, which is very wonderful, that gives prasadam in colleges, which is going really good. But one of the most important part which Maharaj has been so successful in spreading this Krishna conscious congregation development. And so many congregation development, Bhakti Vrikshas has spread over all over the country there. And this is a testament, so many devotees are here, and so many devotees all over the country for doing that. So without taking too much time, His Holiness Ramad Maharaj. Haribo.
You're accustomed to sing Jai Radha Madhava, right? Yes. Okay. Let me put the words for. Aya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunjabi Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivada Dhadi Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivada Dhadi Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivada Dhadi Girivada Jasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Jasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Jamunatiravana Chadi Jamunatiravana Chadi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Adi Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hadi Kunjabi Gopi Jana Balabha Girivara Radhi Gopi Jana Balabha Girivara Radhi Gopi Jana Balabha Girivara Radhi Yasodanandana Brajasanaranjana Yasodanandana Brajasanaranjana Jamuna Tiravana Chadi Jamuna Tiravana Chadi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hadi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hadi Jayo Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivitakacharya Astatara Satsasi Simad. His divine grace is the bhakti. It is this very auspicious day. Vasant Panchami, the appearance day of Raghunath Das Goswami, the appearance day of Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur. And if you're from China, it has a special meaning too. Huh? 1880. Appearance day. And today, Vishnu Priya, today. The devotees from China keep me informed of what's going on in China. This is also the 5th day after their New Year, which was 5 days ago, and today they worship the god of wealth. 5th day after the year. So it's a special day all around the world. Yeah, because they're after them, they're before, time-wise. So, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur ki jai. So we're going to spend a little bit of time. I'll try to go through it quickly because what's the cutoff time? It's right now 20 after. Huh? 10. Piece of cake. I'll try to do it. Probably take a little longer. So here's his appearance date. Now you're going to see 3 different dates because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made an estimate approximately 1638. And then there's this system, the Gaudiya Vaishnava Index by ISKCON. He appeared 1664, which is pretty close. And the same, they always say the same, it's a district of Nadia. just like Mahaprabhu appeared in the district of Nadia, but it's a different village, Devagram, and others had a little bit later, 1662. So they're not really sure exactly the year, but they know the place. And he was born in a family of Brahmanas, the Radhi Brahmana sect. Gives his brothers, Ramabhadra and Raghunath Chakravarti, so their family of 3 boys, sons of Brahmanas. And his father is listed as Ram Narayan Chakravarti. His mother's name is unknown. So born in a Brahmin family, and little Brahmin boys do what little Brahmin boys do. They go to school. And when he went to school, it was in the same district. He studied Vyakarana, Sanskrit grammar, in that same village. Now, here's a very interesting thing. After he did his Vyakarana study, he did his little Upanayana ceremony, and then he started studying Bhakti Shastras at home, at the home of his guru. Listen to this. It was in this place he wrote 3 books when he was 16. What were you doing when you were 16? I know what I was doing when I was 16. But here's what he was doing when he was 16. 3 books. A commentary on Rupa. He liked Rupa Goswami from a young age. He was more than liked. He wrote a commentary on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And then the graduate study of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Ujjwala Nilamani, he wrote a commentary on that one. And then he wrote a commentary on Bhagavatamrita Kana. Bhagavatamrita refers to Lagu Bhagavatamrita. Some of you, there's 2, Brihat and Lagu Bhagavatamrita. But Lagu Bhagavatamrita is a book by Rupa Goswami. And now picture this, a 16-year-old young man. I understand there's some college youth here in this assembly. 16 years old, he wrote 3 commentaries. Think about it. I mean, to read them takes time. What to speak of write commentary? And I know the title of Ujjwala Nilamani, but I've not read it. It's very elevated, very, very elevated. And it lasted for his whole life, and it's still a standard commentary on Ujjwala Nilamani. And Lagu Bhagavatamrita, Gopi Pranadhana Prabhu translated the book, and it's that thick. And he wrote a commentary on all the verses. It's a study, it's Rupa Goswami's summary of chapter 3 of Canto 1 Bhagavatam, the avatars of Vishnu. That's all it is, avatars of Vishnu, a whole commentary on it. I mean, I'm breathless. Maybe I should just stop there. He's a luminary from teenager. Even today, the following proverb is quite famous amongst the Vaishnavas regarding these 3 books. Here's the statement. Vishwanath resume of Rupa Goswami's Ujjwala Nilamani, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and Lagu Bhagavatamrita are the source of transcendental joy for the Vaishnavas. Studying them makes one a Vaishnava. So he's a Vaishnava of Vaishnavas. That's a good introduction, yeah? Anything we're going to say after that, we're looking up, because he's that kind of a personality. When he wrote these commentaries and other things that he did when he was a teenager, he went by the name Hariballabha Das. He wrote Bengali songs under that name because he was Bengali. some people say that this name was given to him when he took Vairagya Vesh. He became a renunciate because as a young man, young Brahmin boy, his parents got him married, and he didn't last too long. After the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the associates of Mahaprabhu, the current of Shuddha Bhakti was flowing by the influence of three great personalities, Srinivasacharya, Narottam Das Thakur, and Shyamananda. So here's the history. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa and Sanatan, Jiva Goswami became the disciple of Rupa Goswami, and Jiva Goswami then trained these three. So the flow of disciplic succession wasn't broken, it continued until Narottam Das Thakur became not his disciple, but in the line of Narottam Das Thakur. So those of you that like reading Prabhupada's books, you know this list of disciplic succession. This is partial list. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's name comes right after Narottam Das Thakur. Yes? Yes. But there are 3 generations in between. I'll show you the list in just a moment. Because this list that appears in Bhagavad Gita and many other places is Bhaktisiddhanta. Made a list of the prominent members of our disciplic succession, meaning in between Narottam and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, there were a few others, but not as profuse in their writings and their teachings and their presence. So here's the in-between part. Vishwanath, you see his name at the bottom. And in between Narottam Das Thakur and Vishwanath, there's 3 others. So the actual Diksha, or receiving Gayatri mantra, was from Radharaman, who was the disciple of Krishna Charana, who was the disciple of Ganga Narayana, who was the disciple of Narottam. In case you wanted to know. That's the detail. And here's a little bit. There's Narottam. This I don't think I'm going to spend time with, unless you're interested. Vishwanath's name is at the bottom, or it's a little bit to the left, but a little towards the bottom. And then there's names of persons who were this Krishna Charana. He was a disciple and adopted son of Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. There's details because this history, if you like the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, I do. Vishnu Priya was a very celebrated Vaishnavi. And she was the wife of Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. They had a daughter, Krishna Priya. Krishna Priya became known as Radhakund Thakurani. She's a very celebrated personality. Krishna Priya. She was constantly chanting. There's many, many nice stories about her. But she was their daughter. And he had a disciple who was an adopted son, Krishna Charana, and his disciple. And you see over to the right side, there's Rupa Kaviraj. He was a disciple of Krishna Charana, as was the guru of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, but Rupa Kaviraj kind of went off the rails. You'll hear bad news for a while. He was very, very learned, and sometimes very learned people aren't so humble. That was his trait. He was proud. He started concocting things out of his scholarship. He got bounced by the Vaishnav community. So he received mantra initiation from Krishna Charana Chakravarti. He became a resident in a certain place Shayadabada. And he set up a Sanskrit school. And he became a teacher, became a grahasta. And he wrote a little, he did something that Jiva Goswami did. A predecessor of him was Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami wrote a Sanskrit grammar text that followed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's text. You know what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did? I don't know Sanskrit grammar, but I know people that studied. And there's these rules and 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 rules, and you drill the rules till it's like it's in. Then you look at things through those rules. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was teaching grammar, and then when he took initiation, he started teaching all the rules according to names of Hari, Harinama Vyakarana. And his students rebelled. What are you doing? All you want to do is say names of Hari. What's going on? What about Vedanta Sutra and all those nice things? They were offensive. That's why he accepted sannyas. I mean, he was externally one of the reasons. He stopped becoming a school teacher. Jiva Goswami took that text and wrote it down and published it. And it's taught in our Sanskrit schools in Vrindavan. Jiva Goswami's text, Harinama Vyakarana, to teach the children in our gurukuls Sanskrit. So some generations later, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, following the footsteps of Jiva Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he does something similar. Help his students easily learn Sanskrit. He wrote a simplified commentary to explain everything about Sanskrit. He was such a scholar at a young age. He wrote in this book, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti, a Brahmana residing at Shayadabada, has composed this commentary on the Alankara Kaustubha. So it's not just grammar, but it's of composition. Now, how to use Sanskrit to make literary ornaments to make nice composition. He's teaching this when he's like a young fellow. What to speak of his writing later? I guess you get the idea. I have a high regard for Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, so it's hard for me to speak short, but such admiration. He was an undefeatable scholar. He remained married for a short time. He renounced his wife and went to Vrindavan. And he was determined to renounce worldly life and surrender himself completely to the service of Krishna. Chakravarti Thakur. So later on, some of his contributions, historically there was an event. The event was that there was a Muslim ruler that was really nasty. He lived down the way from Vrindavan, and there was fear that he was notorious reputation for attacking temples and breaking deities. So they took the deities. So King of Jaipur took the deities and protected them in there's a whole long, wonderful narration of how it happened in different stages and steps they went to Jaipur. So the history of Jaipur is the king of Jaipur traditionally had given support to the Ramanadis. Who are the Ramanadis? Ramanadis are a group of Ramanujacharya followers that had a differentiation. They split. The Ramanujacharya Sampradaya split into two. And there was a group that went north, and they lived near Jaipur. They were supported by the king in a different city than Jaipur, but he was like maintaining them for generations. So it was a good setup for the worshippers of Lord Ramachandra. And then something happened. What happened was the next king, King Jai Singh, he liked Govinda. So he liked Govinda so much, he put the temple, the deity, in his courtyard, the king's courtyard. Today, you go to see Govindaji, go to the king's courtyard, and there's thousands of people. And so the Ramanadis got a little competitive. Wait a minute. You're worshiping, your ancestors are worshiping Ramachandra, now you're worshiping Radha Govinda? Conflict, right? So the conflict came to the point where they, the Ramanadis, challenged the king. This thing's wrong, that thing's wrong, the other thing's wrong. One, these worshippers of Radha Govinda, they don't even have a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Because the Gaudiyas didn't have a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, because there was already a commentary on Vedanta Sutra by the author of Vedanta Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the commentary. They had commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam, but not commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. So it was like a standing thing, traditional thing. You don't have a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, you have no standing. Strict. Number two, they're questioning the validity of the very sampradaya, because Madhvacharya has a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. These fellows, they claim to be of his sampradaya, but they don't follow his commentary. Because look at this. They worship Radha along with Krishna. In the followers of Madhvacharya, do they worship Radha along with Krishna? No. Udupi Krishna. Is Radha by the side of Udupi Krishna? No. And all the other forms of Vishnu. My voice is going up. I'm a little excited here. They challenge them. Who ever heard of worship of Radha anyways? Bogus. We challenge them. So, challenging the king, because you brought the deity into your palace, courtyard of your palace. So what did the king do? Vishwanath, help. He was in Vrindavan. By that time, he's very old. But Vishwanath had trained Baladev Vidyabhusan to the max. And he gave him specific instructions how to respond to these challenges. And Vishwanath, having trained Baladev, sent him to Jaipur to answer the challenges. And then, the result was Baladev wrote the commentary based upon the teachings he received from Vishwanath and how to write a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. He called it Govindabhasya because, as the narration goes, Govindaji dictated to him and he wrote it down. And the inside story is, or a backstory is, Vishwanath already trained him. That's the reality. And Govindaji spoke to him as well, so that's also reality. So in Baladev's commentary, he gives very specific teachings about where the worship of Radharani is mentioned in the Vedas. It's in the Vedanta Sutra commentary. It's in Puranas, and it's in the Shruti mantras also. In several places in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and specifically in the 10th canto, the Radha is mentioned in a very concealed manner. Only Rasika and Bhavuka, or very advanced spiritual personalities, are able to understand how all this fits together. And so Baladev, wrote the commentary based upon the teachings given to him by Govinda and by Vishwanath, And in a short time, a very short time, you get the number of days, like some short number of days. He completed the commentary. You can't do that. That's not human. And then it was given to the king. The king gave it to the Ramanadis. They looked it over and you couldn't find any fault in it, including the explanation of Radharani being worshipped by the side of Govinda. And so they backed off. They went back to worshiping Ramachandra and Sitaram and Lakshman and Hanuman. And Jaipur king has got Radha Govinda in his courtyard. Then this other Rupa Kaviraj person, remember that chart? A little off to the right. So he was very, very learned. Here's a little bit of his background. It's connected to Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur. So because they were contemporaries. That he was, the term for what he became was, he has too much learning. Atibadi. So much learning that he was too proud. And with his too much learning that made him so proud, he started deviating. He studied under one of the greatest Bhagavatam scholars of his time. Mukunda Das was his name. And then he started creating his own concocted ideas. There's a few of his concocted ideas. Here's one. He dressed his intimate followers in dress of gopis, Saki Beki, saying that they were in practice to be situated in their siddha deha, their spiritual form, so they could be ready as they became spiritually elevated to enter directly in this very same body in Krishna's Rasa Leela with the gopis. Sounds like a deviation, right? It was a deviation. And he was against, he spoke and wrote, and he's a scholar with his explanations why, that Tulsi should not be worshipped along with Shalagram, or Tulsi should not be placed on Shalagram. The worship should not go together. And they shouldn't observe Ekadasi, because the gopis didn't. That was part of his scholarship. So they went to Vishwanath, help. And sure enough, he argued against his teaching publicly, and in his own Bhagavatam commentary specifically, he addresses this deviated teaching in his commentary on the third canto of the Bhagavatam. Now, his commentary on the third canto Bhagavatam, because his infidelity with the previous acharyas, so he was just drawing, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur was drawing from Jiva Goswami's writings. Jiva Goswami's writings are drawn from Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami's teachings are coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's just a cyclic succession. It's not something novel. But he was so scholarly, and he understood the nuances between this and that. And the nuance, please understand this, the nuance has everything to do with rasa. I'll just back up a little bit. One of Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur's books was a book on 2 verses from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Remember when he's 16, he wrote a commentary on the whole Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. When he was mature, he wrote a whole book on 2 verses. Those 2 verses, from Rupa Goswami's writings, a description of bhakti, the 9 stages of bhakti. The title of the book was Madhurya Kandambani, and in classic form, he has Mangalacharana. Some of you have read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Some of you have not. Some of you that haven't, someday please read it. And it describes the elements that are involved in it, Mangala Charana, all classic compositions open with Mangala Charana, just like our day begins with Mangala Arti. So a book begins with Mangala Charana. He had two Mangala Charanas. One was glorification of Lord Chaitanya, and the other was glorification of Rupa Goswami. I like this very much. So he writes in glorification, Mangala Charana, glorifying Rupa Goswami. He writes that many acharyas in the past have glorified the personality of Godhead, but none have done what Rupa Goswami has done. Because Rupa Goswami has explained, based upon the Upanishads, that the personality of Godhead is rasa, and when he appears, everything to understand the essence of Krishna, one has to understand the essence of rasa. Rupa Goswami has explained the Supreme Personality of Godhead in that light. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And he, Vishwanath, was a Rasika Bhakta. He was a follower of Rupa Goswami from a teenager. And his writing is filled with rasa. It's really nice. And he reveals truths that everyone else says, but then he says a deeper something, because the deeper something is about rasa. There's so many mysteries. There are many mysteries in Srimad Bhagavatam that have answers to that mystery in terms of rasa. And a really good person to explain those mysteries in terms of rasa is Vishwanath. Read his commentaries, and they're I like Vishwanath. The daughter of Srinivasacharya, so you remember, those of you that are a little bit newer, this line of disciplic succession goes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa and Sanatan, Jiva Goswami, and then these three, Srinivas, Shamananda, and Narottam. And Vishwanath was in the line of Narottam, but elder to him, the daughter of Srinivasacharya, her name was Hemalata Thakurani, and after the deviated Rupa Kaviraj was smashed by Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur's arguing, she ripped off his neck beads, tossed him out of the Vaishnava community. Vote first. His strong lady, Hemalata Thakurani. There's a very nice description. I'll try it, keep it simple. There's a passage, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Where did he learn all about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Answer, from Raghunath Das Goswami, whose appearance day is today. So Raghunath Das Goswami, glorify him a little bit, he lived with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 16 years in Vrindavan, in Puri. And he was put in the care of Swarup Damodar, who is Lalita Devi in Krishna's Leela, and Lalita knows Radharani like the back of her hand. So she, or he, Swarup Damodar, explained everything about the inner mood and the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Swarup Damodar, trained Raghunath Das Goswami, who then came to Vrindavan and was ordered by Rupa Goswami to spend 3 to 4 hours every day for 45 years. 3 to 4 hours every day for 45 years. I mean, we just have this kirtan thing going on every day for 45 years, just describing pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the teachings of Mahaprabhu. And his number one student was Krishnadas Kaviraj. Krishnadas Kaviraj wrote everything that he heard again and again and again and again and again from Raghunath Das. So one of those things that he heard was this description of Gayatri mantra. There's a particular Gayatri that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave that we also receive in our disciplic succession. It's called Kama Gayatri, and it doesn't give the words of the Kama Gayatri, but it gives this description. And it's written in Krishna Das Kaviraj's words. The Kama Gayatri mantra is identical with Sri Krishna. In this king of mantras, there are 24 and a half syllables, and each syllable is a full moon. The aggregate of moons has caused the moon of Sri Krishna to rise and fill the three worlds with prema. So Krishna Das Kaviraj wrote that about Kama Gayatri, and Vyashwanath is a scholar in Sanskrit. He never heard such thing as a half a syllable. There's no such thing from the training that he received, and he was an up there scholar. Then there's this explanation of where the half a syllable comes from, right in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I'm not going to read all this. You can go. What happened was, because Krishnadas Kaviraj trained Vishwanath, and Vishwanath looked up to Krishnadas Kaviraj, and it's not possible that he could have made a mistake. But there's no such thing. And he wrote something, there's no such thing. So he was more than puzzled just to get some idea. What happened is he decided, since my disqualification is I can't understand this half a syllable thing, what's the use of my life? He decided to sit by the side of Radha Kund and fast until death. And he was serious. It was like he's in a very firm, convinced man, sadhu. At night, late at night, he dozed off, and Radharani appeared to him in his dream and described where Krishnadas Kaviraj got this half a syllable thing. It's now written in his book, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Here's the description. After the second period of night had passed, he began to doze off when suddenly Vrishabhanandini, Srimati Radhika, appeared to him. It doesn't say she appeared in a dream. She appeared to him. She very affectionately said, "Oh, Vishwanath, oh, Hari Vallabha, do not lament. Whatever Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj has written is the absolute truth. By my grace, he knows all the inner sentiments of my heart. Do not maintain any doubt about his statements. The Kama Gayatri is a mantra to worship me and my beloved. We are revealed to the devotee by the syllables of this mantra. No one is capable of knowing us without my grace. The half syllable is described in the book known as, here's the name, it's in the library of Radhakund. After consulting this book, Krishnadas Kaviraj determined the actual identity of the Kama Gayatri. You should examine this book and then broadcast its meaning, benefit of faithful persons. She then gave him an explanation of the Kama Gayatri and asked him to write a book. She, Radharani, asked Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur to write a book about Kama Gayatri. How elevated. Your breath taken away like mine? How elevated. And so he did it. He went to the library, found the particular book, understood what Radharani had said, and wrote a full commentary on that Gayatri. It's a book, one of his books. Now, it says here the list, there's a handout. So this presentation that I made just now, it was part of this whole discussion on Madhurya Kandambani. That a nice topic, but no comment list. Here's the short list. 13 of his writings were commentaries. 3 of them he did when he was a teenager. 3 were original texts. Original work, 15. A Padyavali. Rupa Goswami had created a Padyavali, Vali, a vine of Padyas, or nice statements. So he had his own, also his favorite statements. And I'm about to end. The Gaudiya Vaishnavacharyas have composed the following verse in praise of his extraordinary work. It reads, he who reveals the jewel of devotion to Vishwanath, the Lord of the universe, and thus expands the circle of bhakti, is a Chakravarti. Generally, this title is designates one who maintains a circle of influence. Chakravarti generally means a superior, or the emperor maintains his power over a vast circle. There's another Vaishnava who wrote about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He benedicted the whole world by writing the book Madhurya Kandambani. In reality, this is one of his compositions. In reality, Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the speaker of this book. He has spoken it through the mouth of Sri Chakravarti. Some people say that Sri Chakravarti is an incarnation of Sri Rupa Goswami. He is very expert in the art of describing extremely complex truths in an easily understandable manner. Oh, ocean of mercy, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, I'm a grateful, kindly reveal mystery of your transcendental qualities in my heart. This is my prayer at your lotus feet. So, amongst the Vaishnava scholars of his time, he is honored in this way, and I'm going to end because of time. Huh? Okay, I'm just going to describe a little bit. See on the screen here. When he was writing his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, sometimes it rained. It rains sometimes in Punjab, especially during the rainy season. But water would fall around him, but it wouldn't fall on the spot where he was writing. Ink didn't ruin, and the composition didn't get spoiled. On the bank of Radhakund, while residing there, he experienced the sweetness of the eternal pastimes of Sri Vrindavan. That's when he was writing the Bhagavatam commentary. It was at this time he wrote Chukha Vartini commentary on Ananda Vrindavan Champu. Ananda Vrindavan Champu is a retelling of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. He wrote a commentary on that while he was by the side of Radhakund. So let's go on. He, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, was a firm, triple firm proponent of Parakiya Rasa. What does that mean? Swakiya means the marriage between Radha and Krishna, the relationship between Radha and Krishna in marriage. Parakiya is not in marriage. And he was a proponent of the teaching of Parakiyavad. It was unpopular. He did it anyways. Rupa Goswami was softer. So he didn't exactly compromise, but he didn't make a big deal about it. Vishwanath made a big deal about it. Made such a big deal about it. The Brahmins of the time, they decided to kill him. So he had a practice every day. He would go into a forested area and he would gather flowers for his deity. So the Brahmins, they knew his habit, where he would go, where he would get flowers. So they went at that particular place. They saw him, and as they approached from behind, suddenly they couldn't see him anymore. They just saw this young girl gathering flowers. And they spoke very sweetly to her. Have you seen this Vaishnav picking flowers? And her reply was, I am just a maid servant of Srimati Radharani, and I'm here to gather flowers for Radha. And her voice was so sweet, and the manner was so pleasant, that they were struck. And suddenly, the young girl turned, and it was Vishwanath. They fell at her feet. They revealed their plan. We had come here to murder you. Yes, by Radharani's mercy, I'm safe. It's a recorded historical event in Vrindavan during that particular period of time. There's a very nice story, and I'm going to end with this. There's a nice story of his deity. You see this photograph, very, very, very tiny deity, Gokulananda is the name of the deity. So the history is, there was a Brahmana in Mathura who worshipped this deity with lots of devotion. He had a dream. In his dream, the deity appeared to him and said, I want to be worshipped by Vishwanath. Take me to him. The deity instructed him in a dream. So he didn't know who Vishwanath was. Went to Vrindavan. He found who Vishwanath was, and he said, this deity is yours. The deity, he told me he wants to be worshipped by you. And Vishwanath said, I'm not qualified. I'm a mendicant. I don't have the means. I don't have the spiritual qualification. Thanks, but no thanks. So the Brahmin turned around and went back to Mathura. That very night, the deity again appeared in his dream. The Brahmana said, take me again tomorrow. And the deity appeared in Vishwanath's dream and said, I want to be worshipped by you. Please say yes. So he accepted the worship of the deity. And he is such a personality that the deity of Gokulananda is very small, but on the altar where he made his residence when he was in Vrindavan town is filled with deities by many other acharyas, including Narottam Das Thakur's deity, a great grand spiritual master, a deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a Neem deity, nice deity, and many other deities without all the names and so forth because of time. But he was revered during his time by the Vaishnavas and by scholars, and those that didn't revere him, they learned the hard way. Like Rupa Kaviraj learned the hard way. So this is a little glorification. When you go there, if you go to the temple where Gokulananda is, you'll find this very same Shila that was given by Chaitanya to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by a Brahmana in Puri who had gone to Vrindavan and brought back a Govardhan Shila. He worshipped it for 3 years, gave it to Raghunath Das Goswami, and it was passed on eventually to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It's on the altar. When you go to that place, you'll see a little kind of table, and Ask them, they remove the cloth and they'll show you. The Shila that the Govardhan Shila that Lord Chaitanya worshipped is in this photograph here. That's the cyclic succession through which it was passed. It's a very auspicious day with many, many, many nice days. We didn't get to speak about all of them. Vasant Panchami and Raghunath Das Goswami a little bit. Nath Chakravarti Thakur. So, have to end. And it's time for Prashadam, right? We'll take a couple of questions. I see one hand up right up front here.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for the beautiful class. Thank you. Question, Maharaj. What was going on in the Vishwanath Chakravarti's heart regarding the half a syllable thing? What was going on in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's heart to the extent that he wants to commit fast until death?
It's just his intensity. To me, it's simple. He wants to know. You know, you and I may want to know. We're a little curious. But he's got an acumen like nobody else has, none of us have. And he has an intensity of, I want to know. Put those two together, and he has the highest respect for Vishwanath, for Krishnadas Kaviraj. Put those three together, and he's devastated. What's the use of my life if I can't understand my teacher? Put those three things together. That's what's the background. And it's a pastime. In one sense, he felt that way in part because was inspired by the Lord of the Heart to feel that way. So Radharani could reveal to him what that meaning of that phrase by Krishnadas Kaviraj means, and what's the meaning of the mantra. And she instructed him to write a commentary on the mantra to reveal Radharani and Krishna in the mantra. Read that commentary. It's like it's super elevated. Okay?
As a follow-up, Maharaj, what is the importance of Gayatri in relation to Bhakti? Because there are different Gayatris, it seems. What is the importance of Gayatri mantra? Because half a syllable, he took it so serious. Like with also
Aside from the half a syllable, the question is, what's the significance of Gayatri Mantra? That's your question.
Yeah.
Gayatri Mantra is a very confidential mantra, as it's given confidentially, and it's chanted confidentially. And it's for persons that have some quality or qualification to enter into confidential teachings. And the Gayatri Mantra discloses truths about Krishna that are accessible only for those who are very qualified. Now, my guess is there are many persons that have second initiation in ISKCON that don't have the full understanding of what that Gayatri Mantra is. But they chant it regularly, faithfully, because by chanting Gayatri Mantra faithfully, regularly, one may become qualified. And the purpose of the mantra is to help one become qualified and to reveal, as Radharani said, to reveal Radha and Krishna in the mantra. Now, can Radha and Krishna be revealed some other way? Of course. But it's a certain method for qualified people to have realization of Radha and Krishna. Okay?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for wonderful class. You know, it's amazing that I was just thinking when I go to Raghunath Das Goswami, Samadhi, and I always thought, where is the Govardhan Shila? Because I always watched her. So I thought this year I'll ask them. And you already clarified that. There is also Gunjmala, which Lord Chaitanya did. Was it also in, Radha Golokananda Mandir?
Yes.
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki, Gaur Premanandi Bo.
Hare Krishna. We're so grateful. Such a wonderful class, such an enlivening class for Vishwanath Thakur. And I think it always says, I was reading somewhere, remembering the Vaishnava's appearance, the Tirobhav or Avirbhav, is a sampada, and not remembering that is a vipada. So we should always remember that. And Gaursa Maharaj explains so beautifully. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for coming and appreciating this wonderful wealth of knowledge. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Ramad Maharaj ki.